So in my previous lecture, I was discussing about how the actual genetic algorithm works. So let me show you that how it actually works. So suppose we are having a hypothesis space like this. This is xy plane, and in that xy plane we are having the hypothesis space like this. Suppose this is the hypothesis space, and in this hypothesis space we are having multiple problems, right? So as I have already discussed in that the genetic algorithm deals with the optimization of problems by reproducing an optimum result. So suppose here we are having multiple problems over here. So in the previous algorithms related to machine learning, we were only classifying it, like we were actually finding out the nearest neighbors, and we were classifying the result in order to produce the output. So we were just predicting, we were just making the model learnable. But here we are actually doing an entirely different task. We are actually optimizing the result. So genetic algorithm is basically used in optimization problem. So how we are actually optimizing, just try to understand this mechanism. That suppose this is where I'm pointing right now is the parent number 1, and this is parent number 2. So when they two meet with each other, they will produce another offspring, right? So this is the offspring they have produced. So after, when they have produced another offspring, these offspring will inculcate some more features apart from their parents' features, right? So these offspring will ultimately inculcate all the features apart from their parents' features. So they will be more modified than these two. When these two modified childs meet each other, then they will produce another generation, right? Then they will produce another generation in the form of much optimized result. This next generation, when they will meet, they will produce another optimum result. They will produce another generation which will be more optimum as well as more modified. And this is how genetic algorithm continues on till it produces the best result, till it produces the best optimized result. So let us discuss how the phenotype and genotype actually works. So phenotype, as I have already discussed, that phenotype is the raw data which is taken as an input to the algorithm. The phenotype is then encoded and is being turned into the processed data, which is ultimately known as genotypes in genetic algorithm. So this is how the phenotype and genotypes actually work. So let us understand the flow chart of genetic algorithm so that we can able to get the whole clue about this particular topic. So let us understand the flow chart for genetic algorithm. So this is I'm representing the flow chart over here. So as you can clearly see that the first part is initial population. Now what is initial population? Initial population means that already we are having the population in present, right? And in that population we need to find the diversity, right? And in order to explain it, let me give you one very classical example for that. Suppose we are going for the exit poll for any sort of elections, right? So in our exit poll, we not only consider the similar type of population, right? We not only consider the population of a similar age, we actually include the whole scenario, the whole hypothesis space of population, and there might be people of having a number of age. There might be a people having 20 years of age, there might be a people having 30 years of age, might be 50 years of age. So we are having a diverse set of population, and in that population we are actually finding out the optimum result. So the first point in order to design the genetic algorithm is to initialize the population, is to find the diverse population, because this algorithm won't be able to work in the similar type of population. So in order to make this genetic algorithm work, we need to make the population highly diverse or peculiar, we can say. Now, after finding the diverse population, we come to the point which is known as fitness calculation. Now, for fitness calculation, we need to provide certain fitness to that population, right? Now, as for example, that we are already having a diverse set of population, right? So we need to provide a fitness to it. As for example, suppose I'm having an output which is PAIN, pain, right? I'm having an output which is PAIN, and this output I have taken from the diverse population, right? I have selected some words out of those population consisting of alphabets. I have segregated some words and put it over here as an output. So now what I need to put it as an input, after getting into the population, I have again segregated few words which is known as phenotypes, right? So what I have selected as a phenotype is RAIN. Now I need to calculate the fitness of input to that of output. Suppose this is my output population, this is my output extraction of population, and this is my input extraction of population, and amongst these two population I need to calculate the fitness value. So how we can calculate the fitness value? We need to compare these two populations. So suppose N is present over here, N is present in the output population, I is present in the input population, so I is present in the output population, A is present in the input population, so A is present in the output population, but R is present in the input population in the phenotype, whereas P is present in genotypes. So here we can say that the fitness value for this particular input is 3, because only 3 letters are actually getting similar to the output result. So suppose again I have selected some peculiar value from the set of diverse population, and now my values are PDCL. So now again compare it with the output, compare it. So P, yes, it is actually matching, D is not matching, C is not matching, and L is not matching. So here my fitness value will be 1. So this is how we can calculate the fitness value for the genetic algorithm. Now the foremost important thing after getting into the fitness value, we need to select the exact value for the process of crossover, right? So selection mechanism is being done, that what are the special set of values we are going to select for the further crossover, so that we can make the crossover and produce some optimal result. So here from this chunk of population, we need to select some particular population in order to make this mechanism feasible. So after getting into the process of selection, we come to this very important process which is known as crossover. So in crossover, we can generate the new population into the fitness value with multiple crossovers. So how it actually works, let me check. So here I have already selected few different set of values. Suppose I have selected L, P, C, G, E, and again I have selected E, B, A, C, T. Now in the process I have selected two values like phenotypes and genotypes, and we are going to cross over this population in order to get the best feasible result, in order to get the best optimum result. So what we are doing, we are actually dissecting this particular population into two parts and cross over the right side to the upper left side and the lower left side to the upper right side. So what we will get over here, LPCT and EBGE. So let us check now. Let us check whether this population is feasible or not. If this particular population is feasible, then it will go to the mutation part in order to produce the more optimum result. Else, if all the population meets the criteria, then the phenomena gets stopped. So let us check now. After getting into the process of crossover, we actually got L, P, C, T and E, B, G, E. So here we can see that after getting crossovered, the population are not meeting with each other, right? The input value is not up to the mark, is not meeting with the genotypes. The phenotypes are not meeting with the genotypes. So we can say that more process or multiple crossovers are required. And after getting into the process of multiple crossovers, we move to the process of mutation. Now, mutation means getting a new population from the diverse set of population, right? So when we say that these values get mutated, then ultimately it means that we are actually getting the new set of population, the new set of values to the pre-existing values. So we are actually mutating that value. So whenever the new features is being added to the already present feature, then the process is known as mutation. So suppose we are having this set of values present over here, and then again from this diversity of population, suppose this is the diversity of population, this is the diversity of population, and again from the diversity of population I have selected some more values. Then again we have make the optimization. Again we have gone through the process of comparison. So this time, after doing mutation, after doing mutation and several iteration, we actually got this value. After getting into the multiple forms of mutation, we actually got the final value, which is AINP. Now compare this particular value to the output value. The output value is PAIN. So the first mutated value will be AINP and the second mutated value will be NIPA. So in this case, we can see that all the four letters of this particular mutated values has been resembling with the output. So in this case, the fitness value will meet the criteria. The fitness value will turns out to be 4 and it will meet the stopping criteria. So when it will meet the stopping criteria, we will get the optimum solution, and that point is known as convergence state or end point. Else we will again move to go for the process of iteration until it meet the stopping criteria. So the main objective of the genetic algorithm is that we need to segregate some phenotypes out of the diverse population and we need to compare it with the genotypes. Until the comparison of input resembles to the output, this whole mechanism of genetic algorithms get into the process of iteration and it produces the optimum solution. So this is all for genetic algorithm. Thank you for now. We will meet in the next topic with genetic programming. Thank you.